Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles. It is time for day 22 of the Maker Advent Calendar, and today's clue is hang and wear it. I think by now most of you have guessed that we are making a necklace. So in today's little package, you will have a length of chain. This is long enough for a longer chain. I put it in there so it'll be a longer kind of dangly chain. Now, if you want it to be shorter for some reason, the loops on these are kind of like a jump ring. You can see my heinous fingernails, but that's okay. So they have a little split. You can't open them up. You won't be able to open them up with the jump ring thing because of the chains connected. You'd have to use another pair of pliers, and you may have to actually snip it if you want to make it shorter for some reason, okay? Alternatively, you can. We also got a lobster clasp and more jump rings, plus this fun glass star, which some of you recognize from some charms I did for the Mini Maker Bag Club this year. But you can take a jump ring and put it on a different loop and leave this hanging. The jump ring you need to connect your lobster clasp to, and then put like this bead or something dangling off of it like an extender. You could do that. So I don't think that the lobster clasp will actually go into, yeah, it won't go in the chains. They're too small for the lobster clasp. So that is what you can do if that's what you would like. So first we're going to put the lobster clasp on the end. I have already opened up some of my jump rings previously because I did this one time before and tried to pre-record it yesterday, and I was just way too tired and things weren't working out. So we're going to put a jump ring on one end of the chain. This is the loop to hook your lobster clasp in. I'm just going to close that off. So you have, there you go, you got your loop. I'm trying real hard not to say lobster claw. Just be real sure you get that closed. Sometimes you got to go past it or it'll come back. There we go. All right. So now we're going to put another jump ring on the other end. But before we close it, we're going to add the lobster clasp, okay? So you put a jump ring on this end. Obviously, open them up if yours aren't open yet. And then we'll put the lobster clasp on it, okay? And then we will close it right up like that. So now we have our two ends, so we can hook and unhook this. This may actually be big enough to go over your head. It's always nice to have a hook if you need it, okay? There we go. Yeah. So now I'm going to take this and move these out of the way. I'll lay this out so I can kind of find the center, because I definitely want to put my bottle on the center hanging, okay? So then I would just kind of decide, place out your charms and see where you might want to hang them. I like having the bigger ones here, and I'll put these up here, and then I'm going to put like my bead and my star. I think I'll do something like that, okay? So now if you haven't put a lobster clasp on this yet, you have to be careful with this. It is a thicker hole because of the thickness of the star. Oh, there I go, dropping it. But this is made of glass, so you just don't want to push on it too hard. You could chip it. I don't want anybody getting cut. So I've got, these are actually the jump rings I gave y'all, which are not as tough to open as the ones I was using. They were just some that were laying around and I picked them up. But these are the ones I gave y'all. They're just a slightly thinner, but they are necessary to go through this star. So what you're going to find is it's going to want to hang up, okay? It's going to want to hang up because the curve in the curve in this starts before, well, you know, the thickness of this is preventing the curve from going through really well, okay? So if you can't get yours to go all the way through, what you can do is just go ahead and close this back up, okay? And let it, the closed part be into the, words, Christy. The opening be kind of stuck into the hole of the star, okay? Because you may or may not be able to get it to go around that loop, okay? But it will stay as long as you push that other side back in the other end of the hole, which mine is not. It's actually outside it. Okay. Kind of slid it over. All right. So you're kind of closing the loop inside the hole, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. It will stay. It's just, you just need to make sure it's actually poking through both sides, okay? And that's only because that's such a thick piece of a thick bead, and you're going around a curve. I don't know if I'm even saying any of that right. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is first pick up the loop with my pliers that I want my middle part to go on. And I already have my jump ring on there. And you may find it easier to, let me take that off. Yeah. You're probably going to find it easier to put your jump ring on first, if you don't drop things. Ooh, y'all. Butterfingers. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. So I'm going to pick up my central loop. Not hold it with my pliers. I'm going to hold my loop with my pliers. Get it straight. There we go. And then I'm going to hook it into, y'all. This is hard to do on camera because I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to see what I'm doing. I don't have my reading glasses on, which don't work unless I'm right up under. There we go. Got it on. Now put your charm on, okay? So you're going to have to kind of finagle this a little bit to get it to actually go back in your loop, your ring. You just have to move it around a bit. And like I said, the jump rings I gave you are easier to manipulate than the ones I'm using currently because I picked the ones out of the wrong bin. But that's okay. So now I will go ahead and just do that with all of my other charms. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this with my pliers and then put it in the loop. Okay, if I can get it, there we go. Okay. And then put my charm on, okay? Now if you have a front and back charm, you just want to make sure that it's facing the way you want it to before you close your loop, okay? Like when I say front and back charm, I mean, if you have one that looks different on the front than it does on the back. What am I saying, Christy? Okay, so now let's do these other ones. Now my dog has decided to jog around the whole room. He's so little, but he bounces the whole room. I don't know how he does that. It's like he weighs 10,000 pounds. He weighs 15 pounds. It's crazy. He's putting all of his force into it, y'all. Alright. Got that on. I'm going to put my key on. Yeah, that looks the same front and back, so that one doesn't matter. There we go. I think I got it turned around. stuff separated like I wanted it. Alright, now this one's going to be a little bit different because you made a loop, okay? You can add a jump ring to that if you want to, or you can just slide it on with this loop, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the end of my loop, and you may want to open it up a bit with your pliers just to have more room, like that. Open it out a bit, and you can just see. I just thought it was because I was tired yesterday. This is just really hard to do in the camera and not be able to see. I'm gonna put my reading glasses on and see if I can see better. So I'm trying to look at it and look at the camera to make sure I'm in the camera too, and I can't see what I'm doing, y'all. All right, now there we go. I got it in there in the chain, and then you just simply twist it around. It works better if you twist the chain than the bead. Okay. And there. And then you can just pinch that back together. Of course, it's not going to have much movement if you do it that way, because it's kind of stuck on the chain. So if you want to put if you want it to have a little bit more movement, not be as stiff, I would definitely put that other jump ring on there. Okay. Now for this one, since you stuck that into the charm, if you did it that way, you can try to take that back out and do it that way, or you can just put another jump ring on it so you don't have to take it back out of the hole. Okay, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put my jump ring on like that. There we go. Much smoother when I can see what I'm doing, y'all. Okay, just like that. I got 2 more to do. Yeah. I'm not measuring out where these go. If you want to count the number of chains between them, by all means do that. I do not really care. Honestly. Just kind of eyeballing it. That's what I'm doing. This is kind of like a charm necklace instead of a charm bracelet, right? Oh yeah. You can see the last one. All right, there we go. Now, here is my necklace. Kind of hard to see how it's going to hang here, but I will put it on and wear it in my Vlogmas video for later, okay? So I hope y'all enjoy this little project. This video is a little bit longer than the other ones because I had to try to put charms together on camera, which is not as easy as you would think. Since I'm standing up, I probably should have sat down and did it, but it'll be okay. All right, y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful week, and I will see y'all tomorrow. We only have 2 days left. So tomorrow is packaged individually. These are really small ones, so look for it. So one says bits and pieces sew. So be sure to grab your little sew kit with your needles and thread, and be ready for tomorrow. I'll see y'all then. Bye.